Welcome back to the lunch table, food for thought. I'm Nico Blitz. Make sure you hit that subscribe button just right down there, man. We're also on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud. You can see my face on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button, man. It really helps us out. My next guest, shout out to Latin World Star, man, for linking us one time. I would describe my next guest as someone who is like very lyrical and tells a lot of stories from the streets. He has a song out right now called Just Like You that was put on Latin
Beast
TV, man. Thank you for the alley-oop.
All good.
Latin Beast TV, and within a week it hit 600K, man. Shit is crazy. He goes by the name of Jay Bless. What's poppin', bro?
What's up, bro, man? Thank you for having me.
My guy.
Shit, I mean, the video's doing well right now. We just dropped it. It's pushing to like a week, and with all the grace of God, man, that shit's about to hit like 800K. So we're looking forward to dropping the next one and keep pushing this one. Like, we just want to keep pushing this one, see how far it could go. And
well, I think a lot of artists tend to just keep on putting shit out, but then you need to recognize when one has hella momentum, you keep on pushing that like all the way, man.
Until the gas is off on.
Yes, for sure. And then all you really have to do at the end of that is kind of figure out a way to remarket it so that it doesn't, so you can kind of get like a couple extra months out of it.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, pretty much that's what we're trying to do right now. We're just trying to like gas it up and kind of pump everybody who's listening to it.
Yeah.
Like right now, like the community is like going crazy. Like, oh shit, like, they're like peeping it and they're like, to them it's like, damn, it's doing well. It's doing well, better than we expected. So, man, the support is good right now.
Yeah.
I'm kind of comfortable right now. Not comfortable, but like I'm feeling good of where it's going. So
I mean, yeah, bro, you should be happy that that it got that many views in that little time.
In that little time, huh? Hell yeah, bro.
So I was looking at the rest of your discography that's on YouTube, and I was thinking about why is it that Just Like You is doing so well compared to your other songs, right? And I'm saying that in the sense of like your other songs are really good too because you're hella lyrical. And I'm thinking about it, I'm like, well, Just Like You doesn't sit on one of those typical like lyrical beats that people kind of just like rip on. Like Just Like You has a little bit more of like a West Coast bang to it.
Yeah, I feel everything plays a part. Like I feel like the beat, the quality of it, everything was an improvement. I feel like the other videos from back then, they're not as what's it called? As a high quality.
Oh yeah.
So meaning like right now, like even the song, like the first video I ever dropped was Listen Close, and the vocal quality was off a $100 mic, and then just like you, fast forwarding it now, it's like, and we're recording in a professional studio,
That's what's up, man.
Clean as engineer, like the videos are 4K, the improvement, like you can see the improvement, and I feel like, shit, that was a big jump to the people.
Just going up, man.
Going up after that. And I feel like what we're gonna do is we're gonna apply the same thing to everything we drop in the future.
Oh, of course, man.
Hopefully that.
It's kind of like once you taste the fruit of Eden, you just got to keep on eating the fruit,
so
to speak.
You're right. Hell yeah.
So I think everyone wants to know how you get from point A to point B, meaning you go from like the $100 quality mic to the studio. So where are your beginnings, man? You're from Pico, right?
Yeah, from Pico Union.
Okay.
All right, so pretty much over there, we only have like a couple mainstream artists that kind of popped off, a big inspiration, Psych around. But other than that, we don't really have like a big celebrity, like somebody we could like, oh, you could probably put you on in the game. So pretty much everything starts off with like going back to high school rapping,
Yeah.
Fucking being little, my big brother telling me like, hey, me spitting to him. And then him being like, hey, you wrote that? And I was like, nah, that's a song I memorized. He's like, well, if you memorize that song, why don't you write your own and you memorize it?
What were you rapping to him? Do you remember?
Yeah, Eminem. Smack that.
You're
Smack that.
Smack that.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know the whole verse. I know the whole verse, bro, from like the first verse to the second. And I was so young at that time. I was like 8 years old.
I've never heard anybody know an Eminem song front to back, especially Smack That,
yeah,
bro.
That was crazy. Or to memorize his lyrics. To memorize that shit. I feel like that helped me so much, bro, because I was like, man, if I could keep up with him, I could pretty much keep up, do whatever I can, like verbally, like kind of like expand. And from little, bro, I just would always write lyrics. I would just...
So then is Eminem your favorite rapper?
He was the beginning of it. Okay. I feel like he was the first person I fell into listening to. My big brother, I guess he was messing around with this girl, and he didn't understand how to speak English.
Mm.
So she would give him CDs so he could learn. Like, you know, kind of like.
Was your brother not born here?
Yeah, he wasn't born here.
Okay.
He came here when he was like 7. He's not my brother. He's my blood cousin.
Gotcha.
But he came from over there. He came to the U.S. and he stayed with us for like 10 years.
Damn.
So meaning him, he got those CDs and he didn't know what to do with them because he couldn't peep it. He couldn't understand it. So pretty much what he did is he like kind of gave them to me. He's like, you know, you like your little rap shit, you know, here you go. So, you know, I kind of the start, a little jump from there. It grew on to like me being in high school and like telling people, hey, I'm a rap. After that, you know, getting out of high school and people still telling me like, what's up? Like, you gonna rap or not? You gonna rap? And then just being like all full flesh with it, you know?
It's like, man, shit. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna tell me to, type of shit. That's cool, man.
Oh, it's because the boy's calling, the camera guy's calling.
Oh, the camera guy's calling.
He's cool. But yeah, bro, just being there, you know, just being inspired, it comes from there to going to work and earning enough for my first little like home studio. And then from there, just recording, just people being like, hey, you should drop your first song.
Yeah. I
recorded my first song on a $100 mic. I recorded a lot of songs, but I guess one caught my attention. It was called No Worries. And I felt like that one was it. I was like, yo, this is going to be my first song ever. This is the one
How old were you when you dropped No Worries?
17.
Okay. How old are you right now?
22.
Okay.
So when I recorded it, when I recorded it, I was 17. When I dropped it, I had just turned 18. So right after that, I just kept on dropping. I felt like I was never going to do another song like that. I was like, this is too clean. After that, I did it again, and then I did it again, and then I just got comfortable, bro, like just recording, like letting people hear it. Then after that happened, then I linked up with my boy, Jeezy, Latin World Star, and after that, he gave me a connection. We got a connection, and where we got to learn, we got to experience mainstream artists and see how they move, how they maneuver their career.
What do you mean you got to experience mainstream artists?
Like meaning like we linked up with a rapper named King Lil G.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he got to show us, like, he got to show Jeezy like the way of how the business works, you know. And meaning from there, like we got some knowledge off of that. And
I mean, what kind of knowledge were you getting, man?
Like good knowledge, like, okay, how do you make your career move forward? You know what I'm saying? How just little stuff that we thought we were doing correct, but little by little we were learning ourselves, you know. I feel after that happened, we pretty much we applied. We started applying little by little, and I felt like what it took was a hit. Like to find the right song, to be able to push, to find the sound, to find what the people wanted to hear. And I feel like I had released a project called God Got Me right after I released my first song. And I got so many different styles on that whole project. And I feel like out of the whole project, 2 songs were what people kind of liked. What was the vibe of the...
I mean, is that something that you learned from King Lil G? Kind of like make a project and see what sticks?
No. What I learned from him is pretty much now, like we learned from him, like what you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I explain to you? Like, the quality. You know what I'm saying? Start off fresh so people could get, like, you know, in tune with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. Not really like...
It's kind of like the little things that really matter. If you start off recording in, I mean, let's say you're just recording
like, for
in
example,
your bedroom.
For example, the step after from the $100 mic to the professional studio, he took Jeezy, he invited Jeezy there, and Jeezy took me. So me, I'm there in a professional studio. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a big change. Like going from $100 mic to being in the studio from there. And then after on, the people from the studio started telling me, like, hey, you should come over and record over here. You know? And then that's how I grew. Then boom, I'm from a $100 mic, I'm to a professional studio, and we're like...
Well, even at that point, like, were you recording and, like, mixing and all that, like, by yourself?
Yes,
see, and that's, like, another thing that a lot of people don't realize, too. Like, not everybody can be a Russ, per se.
Oh, okay.
We're in the sense of, like, Russ knows how to, like, mix, master, engineer, like, do everything, right? But then that type of shit takes years and years of practice. You don't just, like, come out the womb and you're like, yo, I can do everything, you know what I mean? And I think what a lot of people what a lot of artists tend to be scared of is the fact that, like, everyone wants to be so independent, but not also knowing that, like, yeah, but an independent artist needs their own mixer. They need their own engineer. Sometimes they need their own producer. You know what I mean?
You're right. I feel like being an artist is all about the team. I feel like everybody plays a part because like if you got too much on your shoulders, on your back, it's like it takes away from the creative side, you know.
Well, yeah, you can't even be an artist anymore.
Yeah, because you're but I felt like at that point, like when I was recording in my closet, I felt like I was hungry. I felt like I was like, damn, I don't know an engineer. I don't know no studio where I could go record. So what I had to do is I just kind of had to like learn it.
Yeah.
So a little piece by piece, like I started recording myself. Then just off of ear at a point, like whatever, like you don't know nobody like in the mainstream area. You don't know nobody in engineer, none of that. So I told myself, whatever I think is dope is gonna fly.
Yeah.
And so pretty much I just started making music and music after music. Like if somebody don't like this one, fucking on to the next one.
But you know, that's what I think separates you from a lot of other people, because an artist will have everything that they have and say like, okay, well, how can I make the best of it, right? And that's what you did. You were in your closet recording your shit, and you were like mixing, mastering, doing like all your shit, right? Whereas someone could really just come out the gates and just be like, well, I'm an artist. Now I need every single person to help me out. You know what I mean? Yeah. You see the difference? It's kind of like you chose to do everything yourself initially, so that way your hunger is a little bit more solidified, as opposed to, oh, I'm just going to let everybody do everything for me.
Yeah, I feel you. I can't say I didn't ask for help, like musically, like or maybe I didn't know who to reach out to. So I just felt like I was called. I do it on my own, like the music. Like, okay, I could record myself. I could, you know, it's all in a little working space, you know. Anything could be done in a little working space. But then after that, I did see like you know what I'm saying. Like if you want to reach a certain extent, if you want to go past beyond that level, you just gotta step it up a little bit, you know. And I feel like God blessed me in that sense of like putting me in the studio, a professional studio, without like, you know, having to, you know, like signs, you know, like everything happens for a reason. I was supposed to have been there, to have been recording. If I would have not been there, like, you know, stuff like that. And I feel that usually happens like when you have like a lot of good energy.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Like when everything you're doing, you're just applying good energy to it. I feel like good comes back in return. And yeah, just pretty much that, bro. I feel like how I did that big change was just pretty much believing in it and just good energy, applying good energy, and not trying to like feed off of any bad bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
You know, seeing as how your name is Jay Bless, are you very spiritual, or like?
I did grow up in a household where like there was always like something that had to do with like religion, you know, God, the Virgin Mary, Jesus.
Oh yeah, man. You ever been inside a Filipino household? Bro, every time you go into like a kitchen, there's always a photo of the Last Supper or something, like just hella crosses. And I'm just like, yeah, man, yeah, we're definitely in a Filipino household.
That's the exact same thing on a Hispanic, like on a Hispanic household. Like I feel you walk in and there's already like God sayings, and then there's like the supper.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like, you know, I have one at my house actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got two actually.
Yeah, I feel like it's something that you can't escape in like Asian and like Hispanic culture too.
Yeah. I feel. Just, you know, that's how we move. That's how we roll.
Oh, of course, man. Like
we believe in it. But my name is Jesus. So I
like Jesus or Jesus, actual. Like, okay.
So that the J's for Jesus and bless is like for blessings, like life has given me, you know. So it was pretty quick too how I came up with it. I was overthinking. I was thinking like too much. I was being too creative, and you know, I never really liked my name growing up.
Hey man, I'm surprised you didn't go with like Lil J Bless or Young J Bless. You know what I mean?
Nah, I couldn't do that one. I just had to go with J.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hey, so you said your cousin, right? What's your ethnic background?
Mexican.
You're Mexican. Okay, so then your cousin moved from Mexico to.
Yeah, he moved from over there over here when he was like 8, and my dad is his mom's brother.
Got you.
So pretty much he told him like, hey, you know what, he's doing bad over here, like push him over there, you know, kind of watch out for him. He was like like 12. So he moved in with us, and to me it was like that was like the first big like brother role model.
How old were you at that time?
Like 8.
And you're an only child?
Yeah, no, but I'm the oldest.
And
I'm the only male. So meaning to me that was like, oh shit, you know, first big person, like a big brother, you know.
Yeah.
So he just kind of he always wanted to rap, but he like he didn't know how to speak English, so all he knew was like reggaeton and that kind of wave, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But he told me like he kind of sparked that in me, like to like, hey, you should do it, you know, shit. If you can understand English, he told me he's like, if I would have known English, I would have been a rapper.
Mm.
So to me, that was like, damn, I could be a rapper, you know. And I like music so much, rap especially. It was crazy. It's, you know, that sparked. That was a big spark at that age, at a young age,
Yeah.
to even want to try to do music or anything. And from there, it grew, bro.
Well, seeing as how like you were 8 years old, you being the eldest of how many?
4.
4, and they're
Three
all
girls.
sisters.
Yeah.
Damn, that's so crazy. So you being like the eldest amongst like yourself and like 3 girls, right? And you getting your cousin who essentially moves from Mexico to the United States. Like, what kind of was there like a culture shock for you because he was literally living in a different country his entire life?
I feel my parents they're not so well with their English, so at my house it was already Spanish getting spoken since birth. I feel like he just came in and it was just like, okay, I gotta speak to him in Spanish rather than English. I mean, it wasn't really like where I grew up at. Everybody speaks Spanish. Everybody, you know, it's a common language.
So he was
right
like
there.
put in the culture like pretty easily.
It just I guess for him it was different because, you know, we speak English. Like we go to school, we speak. So he kind of entered middle school like not knowing what was going on.
That's crazy.
But he adapted little by little. He never really learned how to speak it fully, like you know, like somebody who would have been born here, but enough to a point where he couldn't understand you. He could have a little convo with you, other than, you know, just, but never really like somebody who's from the land, you know.
Yeah.
And he, you know, he just grew like that. He never really had a problem with it.
And you know, I'm thinking how he was able to kind of like guide you through, like having a rap career at such a young age, right? And seeing as how like he moved over here, he wasn't really accustomed to English too much, right? It's kind of a weird dynamic knowing that as he's guiding you through rap, you kind of have to like guide him through here too.
Or he got into some trouble. Like he was growing like around 16, 17 years old. He got into some trouble and he went to prison. He got out. He got into trouble again, and then he stopped living with us. So he moved out from us for like 2 months. And those 2 months he got in trouble, and then he got deported.
Oh shit!
So he gets deported, and he tries to come back. He goes to jail. He comes out again. He tries to come. He gets killed. He gets killed over there.
Shit.
So then, to me, it's like literally at this point, I had just gotten out of high school.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, I want to do music. You know, like I really want to take it serious or whatever. And then boom, this happens. So it's like, damn, you know, that was a big shock. It was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
My life shook because I felt damn, like, you know, I was just telling him like, hey, I want to do my first little project. I want to get a little studio together. And he was supporting it. He was like, hell yeah, I think it's about time. Then that happens and it's like, oh. But then when that happened, I feel like I really want to take it serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel he would have been happy if I would have, like, you know, proceeded
man.
with it, got the little studio, did what I had to do, and God been guiding ever since, bro.
Yeah, and it's kind of like because, you know, he wanted to be a rapper, but for the fact that he couldn't speak English, that he couldn't, and, you know, like, you know, rest in peace to your cousin, man. Like, it's sad to see people, like, pass at such a young age. It kind of just sounds to me that you're carrying his name forward as you go on, like, in your life.
Hell yeah, in a sense I do, bro. I feel, because it's like I do love rap, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, I am doing it, like, for him, like, oh, okay, because he kind of sparked that in me, but deep down, I mean, I'm good at it, you know? So it's like kind of like he figured it out for me. Mm-hmm. He told me like, hey, you should do this. But the push wasn't there no more. Like, you know, like damn, like I kind of did it like trying to impress him. As a kid, you know what I'm saying? It started like that. But then once that's gone, it's like, oh, you got to find that again. You got to find the motivation, the reason for it, you know? And there's other reasons in life to why I'm also rapping, but I feel like that was a big factor in why, you know, I even decided to rap, to even spit my first bar. And, you know...
Well, you know, at some point, you kind of have to kick your own ass.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, when Kanye's mom passed away, Kanye just had to, like, figure out, okay, well, how can I still continue being a rap? Because, you know, his mom's his biggest inspiration.
He went through it a little bit, but he found himself on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
Because there's the crossroads in life when something tragic like that happens, right? Like, for instance... one of my best friends had passed away when, I think he was 21 at that time, and I had just turned 21 as well. And he was talking about, like, bro, like, we're going to, like, travel the world. We're going to go to, like, we're going to do some cross-country shit, you know what I mean? We're going to get strippers, hoes, and all that. I'm like, all right, bro, like, you know what I mean? Whatever you say, bro. But, like, you know, when somebody like that passes away at such a young age, of course you're filled with, like, confusion and rage at, like, a certain point because you don't want that person to go. And you have two things you could do. One, you can either continue with that rage and confusion, or two, you can figure out how you can use that person kind of as like a life lesson and see how you can keep on improving yours.
I feel it was a lesson for me, but first and foremost, it told me like, damn, okay, he got in trouble, you know. He, like, his whole life he was getting in trouble, and I got to see where it led and like his mistakes and all that. So I kind of learned from that. That's my learning. Like I try to embrace that and try to be like, okay, well, his death hit me, right? But I want to learn from that. I want to try to not make the same mistakes he did, you know? So due to that, I try to just do pure positive stuff.
Yeah.
Just keep it positive, good energy, you know? Try not to get no bad energy off of anything I do, you know? To me, that's my lesson. Just do good.
Yeah.
Do good. Don't mess up. I'm not saying what he was doing was messed up or he was messing up, but I'm just saying I'm going to just try to learn off of his experience, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you kind of recognize the moves that he was doing, and then you kind of think to yourself, okay, like, is that something that I really want to do?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of people in the streets, right, like, they just have, like, one role model to look up to. And if that role model is, like, constantly in the streets, and it's like, oh, okay, well, there's no other way. I'm just going to be in the streets now.
Right. You're right, bro. And him, it wasn't really like that. He usually wasn't really around, or he was around, but he was, like, always, like, you know, being a teenager, just being out. And I was kind of younger, so I was still at home. But I did see that, though. I was like, you know, I want to be out and about. But then once he starts messing up, you know, being little, you're like, okay, it's probably not that good. You know, if he's going to jail off of doing this, I shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You still go out and you still experience yourself, but you go with that behind your mind, like, careful.
Yeah.
Watch yourself, you know?
Seeing as how he was, in a sense, like a role model to you, do you find yourself being a role model to your three sisters?
Yeah, definitely. I had
That's a hard job, bro. That's a hard job.
Yeah, I had a hard time, like saying stuff in my music sometimes, or doing something, and because I feel like, damn, they're watching. But then at a point, the team was like, bro, you know, like, if you feel like that, like, oh, they're watching, like, instead of thinking like that, you should think like you're doing it for them. No matter what it is, what you're putting out, like, if they're watching or not, like, it's gonna benefit them. So you should just, you know, fuck it. And I've been on that tip too. I just been on like, fuck it, let's get it, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the wave right now. I am an inspiration for them, and hopefully they never judge me off for whatever I do in my music. Because to them, it's weird that I'm sipping on a blunt. I'm smoking on a blunt. You know, it's like, oh, damn, you're smoking.
And you got a girl with a fat ass in your videos, bro. I'm just like, God damn. Where did he find her?
For real, they just seen the video, bro, and then they were like, why is the girl dancing next to you? But it's just like, you gotta look past that. Like, in my head, it's like, you guys will understand in a couple years. Like, once you guys are old, and you guys see, okay. But I kind of like just looked all past that, like, kind of stopping myself for what they would think in the future, or for what they, you know. I just grew out of that.
Yeah.
But I am. Hopefully, I am a big inspiration. They're too little to tell. One's 7 and one's 9, and the other one's 18. But yeah, she, you know, it's a little tough love.
Oh, of course.
But she definitely, I could say she definitely supports me 100%, and she looks up to me.
That's what's up.
Cause, you know, I'm the first in the family to have the nerve to chase my dream. You know, pops didn't do it, moms didn't do it. My little sisters, hopefully they do it. You know, I want to inspire them to one day do it. But me, I'm the first in the fam to ever just be like, fuck it, fuck the normal path, the one everybody takes. You know, like, let's kind of risk it and let's see what this music she could do.
Yeah, and you know, also not to down like the normal path in particular, but in the sense of just like you're able to kind of lead the way and say like, hey, I'm over here pursuing my rap career, aka something that I'm really passionate about, something that I really want to pursue. Whereas I think some people tend to get stuck in situations where, oh, well, I have to do this and I have to do that, and it's like, you know, you can go the normal way. You can go to high school, you can go to college and do like the whole 9, and if you're happy with that,
then you're happy with
it.
I didn't mean to knock off no normal life or anything. What I meant to say is like everybody, like there could be a person saying like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. Or like they have a dream, they have something they want to fulfill, but they fear, so therefore they never get there. They never try it, and it's just like, nah, like, like sometimes you gotta just test that look and be like, do what you really want to do, like if it's not like, like say you want to be a painter, you get what I'm saying, but you gotta work and you're like, no, because if I stop this, I'm not gonna be able to do this. And it's just like, what if you do this and you still do this? You can't just put this to the side and just, because you fear, like, no, what if I fail, whatever. Nah, just do it. Make yourself feel normal.
Yeah,
doing
and
it,
sometimes you gotta do two jobs. One that like pays you monetarily, and then you also gotta pursue your passion.
Oh, yeah.
Like right now, do you have like a side gig or like?
I'm working. I'm always working, bro.
Okay.
Like like if it's about like getting income, I try to get it from everywhere.
You figure it out.
Yeah, just just really try to get it from everywhere. Cause I feel like if you just base yourself on one income, it puts you in a tough position.
Well, the secret to being a millionaire, right?
It's working. Hopefully, is that.
Well, you need 6 jobs.
Oh damn! I never
6
heard
jobs,
that
bro. So.
Damn.
Six motherfucking jobs. So
kind of like 6 incomes, huh?
Yeah. So I'm thinking about it, right? So like the shit that I do right now, like this, the lunch table, this, the radio station, and then I also DJ. So that's 3, and I'm like, God damn, I'm pretty fucking packed right now. How the fuck do I squeeze in 3 more jobs, right? I'm just like, bruh, that's fucking impossible. But you think about it, like you have to figure out a way to get income while you sleep. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like whether you're investing in like the stock market or you're investing in like some property, like you don't even have to be there and you're making money.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I think that's key too. I'm not really in tune with all that, but I'd definitely like to make some income while sleeping. Cause damn, only the rich go to sleep.
Shit, bro. Like, have you ever heard of Dr. Luke? So he's like this super producer based out of here in Los Angeles. Look up his net worth, bro.
Dr. Luke.
Dr. Luke. He's produced for like Kesha and like like super big pop stars, right? And net worth is about like 110 million.
Damn.
And essentially, what he's doing is he is just looking at like hella random places in LA and just flipping them into studios. Using each and every one of those studios as sources of income. Then when it's like drained out, he just flips it to like somebody else who buys it.
Hell yeah, that sounds.
But you know what I mean? Like what I mean? There's so many ways to make money.
Yeah, not especially with social media. I feel like damn, with the internet, it's crazy. Like the things you can do to get money, it's crazy. You just gotta figure it out.
Bro, and doesn't it piss you off how like somebody could have hella followers, right? And then one post is worth like 20 G's.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
Bro, what?
Hey, but it pays. Yeah, it's paying. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, he charges.
You do?
Yeah.
Man, shout out Latin World Star, man.
That's crazy. And people pay.
No rappers on my page is because they don't pay. I don't just post any rapper that's supposed to.
As you should, man. Well, because where you at? Like 200K? So,
151.
Yeah, 150. Shit, man.
That's crazy.
Run that shit up. Run it up.
And he started like with like zero, like from zero. Like, that, to me that was crazy. I wasn't really in tune with all that social media stuff, but he would be like, hey, this is the way. This is what you gotta do. This is, and I wasn't. And now it's like, oh damn, to see how far the page has grown and all that. Yeah. It's like, so it plays a big part. It plays.
So then how'd you end up meeting Jeezy? How'd you end up like linking with Latin World Star?
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. In the community, I was little. I didn't really have. I was just always outside in the street, as a little kid. And I would always see him. And I would always see him. And he always tell me like, "Hey, you still rapping?" Because I would always tell him like, "Oh, I'm a rapper. I want to rap in the future." He's like, "Oh, you still rapping? You still rapping?" And it didn't really click until, what was it, like 2000, early 2016. One of my boys, he took him to the little closet I was recording at with the $100 mic. And I played him some music, and then he's like, "Hey, bro, like nobody had really told me that at that point. Everybody was supporting, like, oh yeah, I support you, you're dope. But nobody was telling me like, hey, bro, I wanna help you invest. Like, gotcha. You need this. I had like 40 songs out, no videos. He came, he's like, hey, bro, I wanna help you. At the beginning, I was like, I was stuck in a position where like I felt like just dropping songs was gonna blow me up, and it's like, nah, it's footwork to it, So they brought him along, and then he heard the music. He's like, I'm gonna stay in contact with you. So I hit him up like a month later. I hit him up and I was like, hey, let's get a video going. Which, you know, what he had told me was true. Like, I feel we need a video. I got a song. He linked me up with Icon, the guy that shot the Just Like You video.
Got you.
It was like 2-3 years ago. He linked me up with him and just organic, bro. Like, for real. Like, ever since then, it's been on and going. Like, he took me out of that $100 mic. He put me in that professional studio, linked me with fucking with Icon, the videographer. They listen close. We hadn't dropped no video whatsoever. That first video we dropped, they did 1,000 in a day.
Shit, crazy.
Views. You know, to me, I was like, oh shit, that's fucking crazy. Just kept dropping, and then a lot of the things I dropped weren't really, you know, after that weren't really there because I was still dropping to drop. But little by little, we kind of figured it out, and now at this point right now, fast forwarding 3 years, I feel like we took a big step, you know, like we've improved. I like the progress. I'm not comfortable with it. Comfortable is not a good word, but I'm satisfied. You know, and I want to keep doing more, being more creative, being more sticking with the same people. I feel like that's key too, because I feel like at the beginning of the career I met people, and then I went little by little, and it all goes back to the same people I met since the beginning, you know.
Well, let me make a good analogy for you, and you might hate me for this, right?
No, hit me.
Like, you think about why the Warriors are such a good team for the past, like, 5 Hey, man, look, you think about why the Warriors are such a good team, right? And it's because they've had Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green for hella long, bruh. And Andre Iguodala, then it's like, okay, well, once we've maxed those people out, oh, yeah, let's just bring in KD. But, you know, my point being, like, when you get, like, LeBron on the Lakers, right? Oh, let's just get hella people. Let's just see if it works. But that's only year one.
Yeah.
Imagine if they keep that same team and go for year 2, year 3. You
improve them.
Yeah, just improve them. You never really know. Like, their chemistry can move up, and, like, the team could just get better. Relating it back to the music shit, like, if you keep on working with the same team over and over again,
get better.
You guys are only going to get better, and you guys are going to know each other that much more.
I had never thought about it that way.
Hey,
but
bro.
You're right,
Super
bro.
team.
And it really does take, like, damn, like, I'm damn to say that it really does take a team, bro, to what's it called? To get from point A to point B. Sometimes, like Kobe. You know, people say another one, like Kobe, people say, oh, he did it by himself. He really didn't do it by himself. Now, one player is going to walk in there and just do it by themselves. Oh, yeah, they need a full team regardless. Kobe might get the shine, but it's like, it would take
you need 4 other people to guard the other 4 people, bro. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Facts, bro. And then I figured that out now, you know?
Yeah.
I'm in tune with that now. It's teamwork makes the dream work. And that's...
Hell yeah, dreams are real at that point.
Dreams are real at that point. Hell yeah, bro.
How'd you come up with that slogan, man?
To be honest, cause all right, so my brother got deported, right? And then there's something called Dreamer, you know, it's a Dream Act for kids who are undocumented, and then they give them that, and then they're considered dreamers. So I kind of took that, and it's so I took it as in dreams are real. You know, my people say, okay, all my, how can I say it? To me, if I speak to a crowd, I'm like, where are all my dreamers at? You get what I'm saying? But yet I'm still speaking in a it has a message behind it, you know, like dreamers. It can also mean this, speaking to this certain people, because.
Well, you're speaking to people who, like, realistically dream, and then you're also speaking to the people who.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm touching bases on a whole different personal life. Yeah, it just that's how I kind of came up with it, and it kind of stick too. Like, you know, dreams are real. Like, we want to make your dreams. Like, this is a place. I said, like, the company could be, oh, this is a place in where we make your dreams reality, and where we focus on your dreams, and we care about your dreams. Just the word dreams is, and then real, I liked it. You know, it fulfills me. Like, to one day be like, hey, bro, like, I made my dream a reality. You can too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, man,
that, bro.
I'm going to give you a hug after this podcast. Man. Like, shit, man.
My boy, bro.
Fuck, bro. That's some real ass shit.
Yeah.
He said, it fulfills me. You know how many people can't say that?
Yeah.
Dude, that's some real shit.
Yeah, bro. It really does fulfill me me, the reason being is I want a little kid to come one day and be like, hey, bro, like I made it, you know,
Wow.
and you inspired me. That's the key. I feel like if somebody could tell me that, I'm straight with that. I'm satisfied with that. You know, the rest is a bonus. Whether it's if music brings, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I just want that the recognition of somebody being like, hey, bro, you inspired me to do this. That's pretty much the goal.
Man, let me just say, you got an extremely good head on your shoulders, bro.
I appreciate that, bro.
Like, I think when Latin World Star hit me up about you, and I listened to the song, I was like, I really fuck with it. But then after having like a 30-minute conversation with you, bro,
Sure.
like it makes me appreciate your music more, and it makes me appreciate you more as a person too. So
Yeah,
I
appreciate
just
that,
want to say,
bro.
continue doing what you're doing,
I
bro.
appreciate that.
And you know, for the fans too, like what can we expect from you, like moving on in 2019 and in the future? Do you have like a project coming out? Are you just releasing more singles?
I was thinking of dropping something called Bless the Streets, but
Mhm.
we kind of held off on it a little bit. But we do got so much music like in store, and we're expect a lot from Bless. Expect a lot this year, next year, and the following year. Because I feel like we scrambled so much. Well, I scrambled myself. Me being the artist, I scrambled. I just had a good team. You know, everybody was telling like I would go this way, and then boom, boom, bring me back to the road, same road. And then now it's like full focus. For we get it now. You know, we're coming strong. We got an idea. We got a blueprint, and then we're just gonna follow and apply. My head's on the right path right now. I feel like nobody can knock it off. I feel the fans are gonna love whatever's coming next. Cause like right after this, we're gonna go and we're gonna give out some
I saw that you're gonna go to a
yeah.
high school and give away some of your
50,
gear.
50 sweaters. We're gonna give out little posters, and it's ironic because I asked pretty much I told LA anybody who follows me, I was like tag a school, and I didn't. This wasn't planned or anything. And then the school that got selected, that was my middle school.
Wow.
Yeah, like that's the you know what I'm saying. I'm going back and and the last day of my middle school, I remember this. It was 6th period. My teacher, Miss Viramontes, I'll never forget that teacher. We were supposed to do a card that said, "What are you gonna be in 5 years?" And I didn't want to do it. And she kept me after school, and she said, "You're gonna do it until you finish it." And I was like, Why don't you want to do it?" I was like, "Cause I don't want to tell the class what I want to do." She wanted us to write it and then speak it up in front of everybody. So I wrote it, and I told her what I wanted to be, and I told her a rapper. So she said, "Don't give up." So that was the last day of middle school. So it's like, damn, to go back and to know she's up there and to know that I told her that, I think that's crazy. For real. Yeah, she's still
circle,
there.
man.
For real.
Full circle. I
Huh.
hope you take a photo with her, dog.
Hopefully I see her.
Bro.
Hopefully she's out there. If she is, I would. I'll give her my hand. I'll give her a
Man.
hug. For real.
The school is going crazy.
Shit.
Right?
Yeah,
They
the
only
school.
got 50 sweater in the whole school, and like that's not enough.
I can imagine, man. I
For
can
real, bro.
imagine.
Like the little kids are literally
Those
like blown.
little kids going around school,
Uh-huh.
recording all the little kids, and we'll just listen to his music. Who you listening to? Jay Blitz. He's going live.
Damn.
Playground. There was 3 little girls sitting down. She was a black girl and 2 Mexicans.
Uh-huh.
Who you playing? Jay Blitz. Like, who's
Yeah,
Jay Blitz?
it's crazy.
You don't know Jay Bless? You sleeping, bro.
Huh,
You
yeah.
sleeping.
The youth, bro. I think with the hype the little kids bring is, and I love it. Cause I'm like, that's really who I want to inspire, the
Yeah.
youth. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they're the ones that go crazy bananas for it. Like they're the ones I'm hitting the most right now. You know, like to them it's like, okay, he comes from right here.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Well, you're from, you know, like, I think it means more because you're from that area.
yeah.
You went to that middle school. Like, your teacher from, like, so many years ago
Yeah.
is still there. And I think what it essentially does is it lets these kids know, like, hey, I could be a rapper, too. I could pursue my dream. Like, dreams are
Yes,
real.
sir.
Like, it can happen, like, if I just keep on focusing on that.
Yeah, I hope so, bro. I swear to God, that's like the key to fucking for them to be like, hell yeah, like it don't just gotta be rap. Something little skaters come through, be like, hey, I love skating, bro. Like, you know, like let me get a sweater. You're like, yeah, bro, come on, like read it, fulfill it, and make it happen. You know, don't slag you. Especially, I feel, man, if I could go back in time and I could tell myself like 5 years ago, was to not care what people think. You know, don't be too focused on, oh, this is why just, you know, do it. Don't hold yourself back, cause it's gonna always come that time, and we're fast forward, and you're gonna like, even I still say sometimes I didn't do things that I wish I would have done back then. I'm not saying I regret not doing them, but I do wish I would have done them. Like, it would have helped me in the position I am today.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd tell them kids, like, man, if you're young, and get it while you're young. So when you're old, you're stable, rather than wasting time. And then once you're old, you're trying to get stable. You know, what takes you 10 years, hopefully it takes you 5 years. Or what took me 10 years, hopefully it takes me 5 years, bro.
Ooh.
Huh.
Man, we're gonna end it right there, bro.
Let's end, bro.
This motherfucker got like hella gems in this podcast, man. Jay Bless, where can everybody find you, bro?
J.Bless1127 on IG, and that will you'll fall into everything else after that.
I want to ask you now,
Yes,
why is it 11/27? Because that's the exact same date that I had with one of my ex-girlfriends.
Oh, that's crazy. So, all right, so 11/27. That's my youngest little sister's birthday, and I feel like she, like my mom. All right, so last thing, Pops was in jail and my mom was pregnant. She had just had my little baby sister. She was 2, and then I didn't care. Like, you know, I was selfish. I was little. Like, so much things were going on in my life. I didn't really care about, like, I didn't really care at the time. But I felt boom once that little girl came out and like, okay, my mom's pregnant again. She's about to have. That shook me. That was like, whoa, okay, that's 3 girls.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, I gotta really start caring. I gotta really fucking graduate school. I gotta really do the right things. And I carried that birth forever because that's when she was born, and that's when I was like, oh shit, for real.
Man, I like this guy a lot, man.
That's real shit. That's real shit.
Jay Bless is a real motherfucker, man. Let me just let y'all know that this is the lunch table. Food for thought. I'm Nico Blitz.
And I'm Jay Bless.
Dreams are fucking real.
Facts.